Hey guys, so I'm currently about to start driving to school, and I was thinking last night. So, well, first of all, you're not gonna be able to see me because it's really dark out. If I move my hand over here, you can see my hand. Hello. Um, so that's all you're getting of that. It's raining a little bit, but anywho, I was thinking last night. I have wanted to go down to Florida and do the Disney College program for years. Absolutely forever, my entire life. And I've always been watching like vlogs of people doing like the Disney College program and doing things, and I've been watching them for years also. It's been a long time coming doing this. And it hit me yesterday. I'm laying in bed and I'm like, this is gonna be me soon. Right now, I work at a pharmacy and I go to school at night. Today's actually my last day of classes. I'm about to go take some finals. But the amalgamation of this semester between, going to work every single day during the day and then going to school at night every single day at night, it's all about to, like, totally change. And that's one of the weirdest things to think about is I've become so engulfed into this rut, I guess, that is my life of, work, school, work, school, work, school. And, just the thought about it being like this crazy change really, really, really soon has got to be one of the most appealing things I've ever, thought of. I don't know if other people watching this are also in, the same position as me, but it is definitely one of the coolest things to think about. Like, I've been watching videos of this for years, and soon I'll be able to see it. It's almost like seeing a trailer for a really good movie, and then you're like, this is going to be my favorite movie. And you go out to see that movie, opening night. I'll use, I guess Star Wars is a wonderful example to use for this. You go out and you see The Force Awakens, and you're like, it's happening. Like, this is really happening. Although it's multiplied by that because I'm going to be working at Disney World for a nice little stretch of time, and hopefully that stretch of time can continue on, and I can just stay down there. But, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. So, anyway, as I was saying, I was thinking last night, and I just couldn't fall asleep because I was just engulfed in this idea that I'm going to become one of the people that I used to watch. And it was always my goal across my YouTube channels is to create content that I would enjoy. And I'm a pretty off dude, so my content has always been, across YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else, Vine even. It's always been to just kind of, do whatever I find funny and just kind of roll with it. And there's mass appeal to working at Disney and vlogging, and just vlogging in, the Disney area in general. I guess I have to cite, the Tim Tracker to that, or, Spokesman, or specifically for DCP, you'd have to say, like, Amy Puddles, or, any of those other people. Because it's something that appeals to a lot of people, and soon I'm in that majority crowd. I'm no longer, that little minority person that was just, oh, hey, I'm doing this because it's fun for me. It's soon going to be like, I'm doing something that has a lot of appeal to a lot of people. Like, that's really interesting, and it almost doesn't feel real. Like I said, I got 50 or so days left, and it almost feels like it's not happening. And I guess that is because I have 50 days left, and it's not like, oh my god, I moved to Florida in a week. 50 days is still a lot, but there's like a visible light at the end of the tunnel. And so, I don't know, I was also thinking about the way I'm going to be doing vlogs and the way I'm going to be, working on content while down there. And while I would like to do daily videos, and I think that would be a wonderful thing to do, I've been, kind of visualizing the practicality of that and the more realistic impracticality of that, because I'm going to be working a lot, and when I'm not working, I'm going to be out doing things. I'm going to be having fun and, exploring Orlando. I don't want to, spend my few months there. I don't want to spend any majority of time sitting on a computer or even on my phone just editing footage. while it would be nice to, have more than 24 hours in a day, the ability to do that is just so upsetting. And so I used to vlog on one of my channels whenever I went to Disney World, and that was just me posting a ton of like short little like 30-second clips of just me at Disney World, or me at other places. And it was like there was no real context to it. It was just like a little like peek into my life. And I was kicking around the idea of doing something like that. Just are people, hold up, there's some loud cars. Are people interested in a peek into my life, or do they want a full story? And I was considering the artistic standpoint of the of just the peek into my life, because it leaves questions for you. If I film 20 seconds of me at Rock and Roller Coaster, you're like, Darren's not at work right now. And you also get a more up-to-date viewpoint. You're like, okay, he's off today. Or you see me at Universal and he's like, wow, looks like he's having fun. Or it's like I'm out shopping or something, and you're like, I wonder what he's shopping for. I wonder what he's getting. And it's almost one of those things where no context is just so, it's beautiful, because you have the ability to envision yourself doing that. I don't know if I specifically want it to be about my life and my experience. I want it to be more of a window of opportunity for people to see what they can do when they're down there, or what opens itself up to be done while down in Florida. And so that was one of the things I was considering, is rather than making one giant daily video, or one giant weekly video, I would just do like little peeps into my life. Maybe I'd post like 2 or 3 like peeps a day, and that would be it. You'd see, I did this, and I ran to this ride, and worked for a few hours today. Then I went here after work. You never know. And it's kind of that taboo topic of, do I want to follow the path that everybody else does, or do I want to kind of spread out my own? And the fun thing about following everybody else is you can get more views that way, and you can get more appearance that way. But on the other hand, you're not original, and you have to kind of question, is my content my own content? Because I'm not sure. Like, there's no way to differentiate yourself from others. And I feel like doing a bunch of small clips, periodically throughout the day would be more fun. It gives you something to look forward to. You'd always want to be looking back, trying to find something else that's new, or I don't even know how to describe it. It seems like it's more willy-nilly. It's less systematic. And that's the thing you see with a lot of YouTubers and, specifically vloggers, is everything's so systematic because it's what people want. And, it's what people are trained to, think that they want. And it's what YouTube tells people that they want. Upload on a schedule, do this, do that. Sure, it does a lot for, the short-term views, but the long-term views, you're just one of the mix. And I don't know if that's like a big business thing, like they want everybody to kind of blend in. Like, Jerry Seinfeld said that YouTube is like the garbage can of entertainment, because it's just a bunch of nonsense that's just posted on there. And I don't know if that's like YouTube's way of trying to like be like, look, we have like a whole uniform system that some of the people follow. I can't tell you what PewDiePie does different from anybody else that does like gaming, because it's all the same, nonsense. And that's coming from somebody who like posts gaming videos on YouTube. It's all the same stuff, just different people, regurgitating gameplay. So I feel like the only way to be unique is to do something outlandish like that. But on the other side, some people aren't interested in that. Some people want to know what's going on. They want to look at the end of the day, they want to see a nice recap of what I did each day. And they want, a full story, front and back, cover to cover, first page to last page. They don't want, reading every third page and letting them, fill in the blanks. And while, that's okay. That's very much like saying, I want to watch a movie and not read the book. There's no imagination involved. And I feel like in the spirit of Disney, and I guess I'm just kind of talking to myself here more than, trying to ask a question about what I should do. I'm kind of, figuring it out for myself. But I feel like in the spirit of imagination and in the spirit of Disney, it would be more beneficial for me to do it in pieces. Why? Because of the reasons I said. It's just more... It's more free that way. And that might sound a little bit ridiculous, but it's true. When given the opportunity to assume information, people love to assume information. So I think... Here's the key word, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume, and I'm going to make you all assume with me. I am going to post a few short clips every day. That way I'm able to maximize my time in Orlando, and that way you're able to minimize your time watching my ugly face, and you can, really get a feel for what you would do if you were in my position. And seeing part of the process and not the whole start to finish, it allows you to make suggestions. You're able to say, oh, I would have done this today because this is going on. You can't see that, oh, I did that 20 minutes ago. You're just like, I would do this differently. Does that mean that I didn't do it or did do it? No, it just means that you have no idea what I did. So you should keep your nose to yourself. But nonetheless, people like to make assumptions, and so with that being said, I believe that my daily video will become daily videos because, one, I'm lazy, and doing it that way involves zero editing. It just involves a cellular connection and, the desire to film and have, space on my phone. And that also answers a pretty big question of, should I get a camera, like an actual camera, or should I just keep using my phone, which I've been doing for the past, 8 or so months. So, that's also the cheaper alternative. So I'm glad I'm deciding to go with that. And maybe that's what I wanted to do all along, because that's what I've been doing. But, I've also done, all my vlogs with Corey have been, full, thought out videos that have extensive editing and stuff. And, maybe I could start to dive into, the prep stage of filming everything I do. Maybe I could start, diving into that now because it won't be as time restrictive. Another key thing is that I'm also not going to be in school, so I don't have much to worry about with that. What? Flashing lights over here. What's going on? Ooh, that's a bad accident. Ruh-roh. Yikes. Oh, that car got trashed. Guys, don't text and drive. Don't use your cell phone while on the road. Key life advice by Aaron. Alrighty. Anywho, as I was saying, not having to worry about, finding enough footage to make in a video, to hit that 10-minute marker or so, to hit that, what would become a standard. Not having to worry about that would be a pretty big burden off my chest. But that doesn't mean that I would, completely abandon that idea anyways. I would make that like a special thing. I would make, the 10 or so minute uploads, I would make those, special videos. Those wouldn't be for like, oh, I just went to work today and came back. Those would be like, we're going to Universal today, so I'll post like one mini clip and then I'll post the big one at the end of the day. That's kind of the way that would be set up. Now, I was also thinking if I were to do long, stretched out videos, those wouldn't be as current as the, little subset clips. So I could do the little subset clips because I could post those that day. I could post those like as it's happening. Like if I'm online for, test track or something, I could post and be like, hey, I'm online for test track, come meet me outside, or, something along those lines. I could use it as like its own like platform for connecting with you guys. But on the flip side, there's absolutely no context to what I'm posting, and a lot of you guys have expressed interest in wanting to get to know myself and all of my roommates, and get to know Corey more, and just get a more developed image of everybody. And learn what everybody likes and how everybody acts, and what we do in our free time. So it's one of those questions of, I could do it this way, but we lose this, but I could also, do it that way and not have to worry about a bunch of things. Like if I were to do it that way, and if I were to post long videos, you would all get to know my roommates pretty quickly. You would all, understand everything pretty quickly. But I wouldn't really know what to do for that, because, I'd be like, well, the video's going up tomorrow. I met all my roommates today, but you guys don't get to meet them until tomorrow. And I know it's like the privilege, you can't choose, once you want it. You can't be picky about the content that you're getting. But on the opposite side, I like letting everybody know everything as soon as possible. So I'm just trying to visualize how I'm going to do this. And I always talk to myself while driving, so I figured I might as well record it for once. But I think a good step to do this is going to be to do big videos for special days, like my move-in day, and days along those lines, and then have the smaller clips for the everyday stuff. So I'll create 2 different series things. We'll have the vlogs, which will be like weekly. We'll go with weekly. I think that weekly is perfectly understandable. Doing a complete recap of my previous X many days. I guess it would be worked around like whatever my day off is, because that's the day I would sit down for an hour or so and edit. But it would be a recap of the week, and that would be posted on one day, and then I would have like the little snapshots into my life. So we have the snapshots of what's going on right here, right now, and then we could post the big videos, and that's like, hey, let's throw some context into this. So I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? As you can tell, I have been doing this vlogging thing for a few months. I haven't been doing it very well for very long. Also, I'm really not sure how to go about it in the future, because time's an issue, and a lot of people that start vlogs and stuff for the DCP, they all quit pretty quickly, and they don't really stick with it. So I kind of want to be a deviator from that. I want to be somebody who, I wouldn't even say consistent, because there's nothing consistent about what I said doing, but I always kind of want to be like that fallback person. Like, I don't want people to kind of like what I did, where you want to apply in a few years, so you're going to watch my videos and see like, oh, what's the experience like, and, you don't want to watch somebody who's like, oh, I stopped filming halfway throughout the program because I got bored. Like, that's really not fun. So I don't think that I'll do it like that. With that being said, I'm pretty much at school now, so I'm going to end off when I get a second. I don't want to take my eyes off the road to stop recording, but because it is raining and I'm on a very populated road. If I was on a little side street, I'm going to pull over really quickly, but I am not, so I don't have that ability. I also wasn't planning to take the entire trip to record and just kind of convey an idea. But like I said, with that being said, I'm not really sure of what I'm gonna do. More importantly, I want to be somebody that people look to as the future. I always love doing what I enjoyed. So not even just like actually like working at Disney. I'll enjoy doing that, but on a level of like entertainment, I loved watching Disney College program like vloggers, and so I want to be like what I love to watch. And there's a lot of impracticality with that, because just timing is just such a disastrous thing, and I really want to I want to take in Orlando for what it is, and I don't want to spend too much time focusing on the little things, like the temporary things, like the oh, I got to get a video up before, 5 p.m. or else, nobody's going to watch or subscribe or, whatever. Like, it's just such a mundane thing to worry about. It really, I don't know. I'm very indecisive. And you guys, if you're new here, you're going to learn that throughout the program. I'm very indecisive, and I cannot make up my mind, nor do I want to. I enjoy, flip-flopping a couple times because it leaves things up to chance, and I know that there's no guarantees with what I'm doing or how I'm going to be working, so having the ability to do everything pretty sporadically is very appealing to me. So with that being said, I am at a red light, so I'm going to cut this recording here, and I don't know when I'll upload this. I guess Friday morning I'll upload it. Anywho, with that being said, I'm out. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back with some more, I guess, similar vlogs to what I was discussing doing. Like New York City stuff, or other. I don't know. Like I said, I'll do like little baby clips. This is the most stressful part about going down there, figuring out what I'm gonna do. And the light is no longer red, so we're gonna be moving in a second. And I lost my opportunity to stop recording, most likely until I park. So with that being said, I enter my college campus. I switch lanes, and then I find a parking spot. And then I go off to a final in 8 minutes. So yeah, that's my night. And then I go off to a second final shortly after that. And then I'll be done by like 10 o'clock or so at night. And that is too late to upload this video, so I guess I'm going to just be doing that tomorrow. And we enter the row of which I will choose the park. And then we watch somebody back up. What is going on here? Oh my. Alrighty. People are awful drivers. If you ever want to fear for your life, drive through a college campus parking lot. And I mean that in the worst way possible, because everybody is texting while driving, and everybody is smoking or doing other things while driving, and nobody is just driving. Everybody always has to be doing some secondary action. And I'm not one to talk. I talked a lot during this, but I never would consider myself to be an unsafe driver, because I kept my eyes on the road, my hands on the wheel, and paid a lot of attention. So, with that being said, wish me luck.